Show Vibes 24 fam. Welcome back to your go-to spot for movie news and vibes. What's up, Vibe Squad? It's December 12th, 2025, and the highly anticipated remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night just dropped in theaters today. If you're into holiday horror that flips Christmas cheer into pure nightmare fuel, this one's got everyone talking or at least scratching their heads. I'm your host here on Show Vibes 24, breaking down all the hottest entertainment news, reviews, and deep dives. Smash that like button if you're excited for some festive frights. Subscribe if you're new. And let's jump right in. We're covering the controversial origins, the franchise history, how Killer Santa became a whole subgenre, the new film's plot, cast, director's vision, critical takes, and whether this remake slays or flops. Flashback, the 1984 original and its massive backlash. Let's start at the beginning. Back in November 1984, the original Silent Night, Deadly Night shocked audiences. Directed by Charles E. Sellier Jr.B., it told the story of little Billy Chapman, who sees his parents brutally murdered by a thug dressed as Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Fast forward, orphanage trauma turns adult Billy into a psychotic killer who dons the red suit and punishes the naughty with an axe. This wasn't just another slasher riding the Halloween and Friday the 13th wave. The marketing ads showing Santa with weapons sparked nationwide outrage. Parents' groups protested outside theaters, accusing it of ruining kids' belief in Santa. Critics like Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert ripped it apart on TV, even reading out the filmmakers' names in disdain. The backlash was so intense that distributor TriStar pulled all ads and yanked the movie from many screens after just a week, despite making over $2 million. Ironically, the controversy cemented its cult status. It tapped into 1,980 seconds fears about violent media corrupting youth, similar to debates over video nasties. Today, it's remembered as a bold if blunt take on trauma, repression, and holiday hypocrisy. That sharp edge helped it spawn sequels and remakes, including this new one. The franchise that kept coming back. Sequels, spin-offs, and the 2012 Remake. The original's notoriety led to 4 sequels, mostly cheap direct-to-video affairs. Part to 1987, Billy's brother Ricky takes over, famous for recycling footage and the viral Garbage Day. Kill. Part 3, Better Watch Out. 1989, Go See Fi with a Brain in a Jar villain. Part 4, Initiation. 1990, ditches Santa for witchcraft and bugs. Part 5, The Toy Maker. 1991, Mickey Rooney, who once bashed the original stars as a murderous toy maker. These were junky but fun for horror diehards. Then came the 2012 loose remake Silent Night, with Malcolm McDowell as a sheriff hunting a Santa killer. Gory, influenced, but forgettable. Now, in 2025, we have this second remake, directed by Mike P. Nelson. It sticks closer to the original's Billy story while cranking up the ambition. No one's protesting this time. The shock value has worn off. Killer Santa, how a once-taboo idea became a holiday horror staple in 1984. Arming Santa was blasphemous. Fast forward, and evil Kris Kringles are everywhere. Precedents include Christmas Evil 1980 and the Tales from the Crypt anthology 1972. Post 1984 Explosion, Santa Slay 2005, Bill Goldberg as a demonic Santa on a rampage. Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale 2010, Finnish folklore twist on a monstrous original Santa. Deadly Games 1989, A Kid vs. Home Invading Santa influenced Home Alone vibes, ironically. Recent hits, Christmas Bloody Christmas 2002 with a killer robot Santa, and Terrifier 3 featuring Art the Clown in a bloody Santa suit. Anthologies and more like Krampus 2015 keep the subgenre alive. Why? It perfectly subverts holiday innocence, mixing cheer with cheerless violence. Today's audiences are desensitized. Seeing Santa swing an axe isn't enough to outrage or even surprise anymore. That's the challenge this remake faces. Behind the scenes, director Mike P. Nelson's bold approach. Under Mike P. Nelson, the filmmaker tasked with refreshing this tired formula. Nelson made waves with the 2021 Wrong Turn reboot, turning hillbilly cannibals into a commentary on society. He also contributed to VHS 85. His style, practical effects, thematic depth, and avoiding straight rehashes. For Silent Night, Deadly Night, Nelson loads in ideas, supernatural voices, political elements, yes, really, vigilante justice, and even sentimentality. Influences? Shows like Dexter Moral Killers and You Toxic Obsessions, plus films like Venom Internal Voices, Mr. Brooks Split Personalities, and Bill Paxton's Frailty Religious Delusion and Family Trauma. He wants gore for midnight crowds but pathos for emotional punches. Admirable ambition. But does it work? The cast. Rowan Campbell headlines as a more complex Billy. Leading the pack is Rowan Campbell as adult Billy Chapman. You might know him from Halloween Ends 2002, where he played another trauma-fueled killer influenced by Michael Myers' eerie parallel. Campbell brings sympathy to Billy, making us almost root for this messed-up anti-hero. Supporting cast includes Ruby Modine Happy Death Day series as a woman who matches Billy's dark side. The ensemble grounds the wild plot. Plot tease spoiler-free zone. Sticking to the core. Young Billy's parents are killed by a Santa impersonator. Adult Billy, haunted, becomes a killer Santa himself, but with twists. A gravelly voice in his head acts like a demonic guide, demanding daily kills via an advent calendar. Relocating to a new town, Billy obsesses over a violent local woman, digs into unsolved child disappearances, and confronts a local Nazi cult. It's slasher basics mixed with supernatural thriller, psychological drama, and social commentary. Nelson keeps fans of the original guessing with constant remixing, but newcomers might find it convoluted. Deep dive analysis, strengths, weaknesses, and tonal chaos. Props to Nelson for trying. Head pulverizing gore satisfies slasher fans. Nazi massacres add cathartic chaos, and the finale aims for tears over screams. Billy's complicated motivations. Vigilante with a code echo modern anti-heroes, but it's overstuffed. Too many ingredients. Political jabs, supernatural hints, sentimental beats. What felt edgy, a killer finding a violent soulmate, is now cable TV trope. Tonal shifts from brutal kills to pathos. Feel undecided, is this midnight mayhem or character study? Visually, it's flat and cheap looking, which hurts on a wide theatrical release. Change for change's sake surprises niche fans but alienates others. The original was unremarkable. This improves in ambition but not execution. Early reviews, box office buzz, and cultural impactus of release day. Reviews are mixed, around 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Praise for bold ideas, practical kills, and Campbell's performance. Criticism for drab direction and bloat. No moral panic. Society's too numb for Santa outrage. In the 2020s horror renaissance, Barbarian, Smile, elevated remakes. This fits the trend of deeper narratives. Box office? Competing with holiday blockbusters, but horror fans could push a solid opening. Bottom line, not sacrilegious to remake a mediocre classic, but no real point either. Indifference reigns, no protests, just shrugs. Wrapping up, naughty, nice, or skip. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2005 respects its roots while swinging big. For holiday horror lovers, it's worth a theater trip for the gore and twists. Casual viewers, stream later if curious. What do you think, squad? Best Killer Santa movie? Drop comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like, share, subscribe to Show Vibes 24 for more news and vibes. Stay spooky this holiday season. Peace out.